Now go on live. Good afternoon, colleagues. Welcome to the launch of the Young African Social Workers Network YouTube TV. We are launching it live for the first time right here in Harare, the capital in Zimbabwe. And we have so many colleagues joining us online on our YouTube channel. We are streaming live. Welcome, colleagues. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And we're going to have a panel discussion to talk about the role of young people in social work. I understand everyone who is here, we are social work students. And we just want to learn about our role as young social workers. What is it that we can do to try and push the profession ahead? And also, I want to thank our partners, YASW Africa, Midland State University, the School of Social Work, from whom we are broadcasting. Young African social workers, we want to thank you for supporting us today. So today, I'm joined by a panel of social workers and social work students who are going to help me unpack this topic today. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
Thank you, Ronald. My name is Noel Windsor. I'm currently the regional president for YASW Africa. I'm currently also the director of the School of Social Work in the State University, which is in Harare, where we are broadcasting from. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ronald. My name is Ian Muniwa, a final year student at the Midland University School of Social Work.
My name is Denise Mobira, and I'm a final year student at Midland State University School of Social Work.
Thank you so much, colleagues, for finding time to come through today. So I think I'll start with you, Dr. Maritzo. As the director of this institution, do we have any systems that we have that try to encourage the participation of young people or young professionals in social work? Do we have those systems in this institution?
Thank you very much for your question. Midland State University prides itself for having the School of Social Work. And as an institution, we value the contribution of social work to the communities in which we exist. As social workers are game changers and professionals who can make a difference in people's lives. So as an institution, we pride ourselves in having the school as it fits well in our mission and our mandate as an institution. You spoke about what the university has or the school has in facilitating young people to participate in social work. So the first port of call is that we enroll students who would have wanted to do social work or who are doing social work and who want to practice social work. So we are also very proud that this year we will have our first batch of students graduating as social workers. So we will have have the technical resources, but we do have the technical support, and where we can, we are very much willing to facilitate participation of young social workers in many activities. So that's one way in which we are contributing. Also, as Midland State University, your university or the school also has a trust called Game Changers Trust. This is a vehicle that was created by the university to encourage students and staff to come up with various initiatives that they would want to undertake as students or as staff in trying to make a difference in people's lives. So students can also participate in such activities. We also have our students going for fieldwork at NDA. This is the mandatory module where students undertake fieldwork and placements for a year, and they are placed in various agencies. Yes, they will be assessed, but this is an opportunity also for them to participate as young social workers who are willing, who are on the road to qualify, also to build their jobs. So there are many ways in which we as a school are looking at how young social workers, upcoming social workers, can participate in the profession and make a difference. Lastly, you also appreciate that the school has the Journal of Social Development in Africa, JSDA. This publication has been in existence since 1986. It is a peer-reviewed journal, which is with Scopus. So we are also very active in research. So young students can also participate in these endeavors in terms of writing experiences and also writing papers and sharing their experiences with others. So there are various platforms in which we as a university can and are contributing to young social workers. But let me not say we are doing everything. We are open to new ideas, and one such new idea like this one is testimony to us being ready to impress new ideas. Thank you, Ronald.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Mrizo. It seems the school is packed with so many initiatives where young people can get in and start participating in social work. Moving on to our student, Ian. Now you have been part of this institution. Since your admission in university in 2018, have you ever been part of any initiative of this school where you participated in pushing social work, where you think you were there and you're pushing it? Do you think you've been part of that?
Thank you again, Mr. Ronald. From the inception, I think I can say there are a number of programs that I managed and we managed to be part and parcel. I can give an example of the program in 2021, the psychosocial support program, which was a sort of a memorandum between the school social work and the Zimbabwe Red Cross Society, in which we were responsible for managing the trophy center as well as providing what is that is psychosocial support. It was also essential as it was the time of from the time of COVID-19, we were counseling, providing online counseling, which was actually the basis on best aspect that was being done in the school social work. So it's one of the initiatives that as a school, using the human resources of young people, we managed to be able to conduct such an activity. I think I will also highlight on what the Game Changer Foundation at the school. We also beneficiaries of the Game Changers under another program also being done in the school for the food shepherd, where we were able to go in different areas because there are many trending issues nowadays, especially issues to do with substance and substance abuse, issues to do with poverty, unemployment among the young generation, young people like ourselves. So we're also engaging those individuals and those people in trying to come up with the ideas and solutions, utilizing the innate strength of individuals. Because in social work, we believe that the people that we are helping, it's a dual process where we as the people who we guide as experts are able to engage in the process, utilizing the resources which is there, and the people like the human resource and every the physical resources that are there. So you're also able to assist in the game changer.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, that was well detailed. So moving on, I understand that as young people, there's this labeling that goes around that people think that you're a young person, you might not deliver very well, you might not deliver services very well. So coming to Mem Denise, may you help us unpack this? What are some of the challenges that you think young professionals might face? Of course, we've labeling that I've talked about. Do we have other challenges that we might face in trying to practice social work?
Thank you, Ronald. I think one of the challenges that young social workers, especially in Zimbabwe, can face is in terms of resources. basing on the fact that we are in a financially constrained economy, so resources is the main issue. I will take, for example, the project that we had with the Good Shepherd organization. We were meant to come up with, we engaged the youth that were dealing with substance abuse. So they were supposed to come up with projects that were based on that were supposed to give them financial support, but we could not venture into those projects because we did not get funding. So the main issue is resources, and also looking at the issue of youth substance abuse. If you want to help people that have substance use disorders, taking them to rehabilitation centers is one of the main initiatives you can take, but looking at our country, we have a shortage of rehabilitation centers. So resources is the main issue, and we can ask the government to construct more rehabilitation centers is an issue because they will also say we don't have the capacity to do that. So one of the issues is resources. And then another issue is brain drain because most of the young social workers now just want to finish their degree and go to take all those training. So when you want to come up with initiatives, you don't have enough manpower to implement that project that you have because most of the young social workers that you can engage and be part of your project are going outside the country. So those are the challenges that young social work professionals can face.
Maybe to be naughty or not is to add some of the challenges that one would argue that young social workers is bound to face in participating. Denise spoke about resources, the human and the material resources to use in terms of logistical resources, and as young social workers in terms of transport. But also importantly, she spoke about brain drain affects young social workers at two levels in our country. She spoke about social workers training to go to work in the diaspora for the reason of better working conditions and better remuneration. How does brain drain also affect young social workers? It does. Because some of the experienced social workers are also leaving and have also left. That also leaves a gap in terms of the transfer of skills and experiences. Those are lost because of brain drain. Then there is also another challenge in terms of recognition and the ability to break it through. As young social workers, we might find yourself coming into a profession where breaking through the only difficult. And in most cases, the old guard being included are not very receptive to new ideas. We tend to be very conservative. That can also be challenged. Young social workers who have new ideas, who want to implement new things, and it can also be a challenge in terms of breaking through, and also the old social workers like myself thinking that they know it all, they need to, and that can also be a challenge. Not let me just also be naughty and
Thank you for that talk. And I think let me pose another question to you to say, after people that you have trained for to be professionals in social work, after they're done with school, do we have initiatives to engage those people back? Or the only option that they have is to fly out of the country? Do we have any initiatives that we have in place where one is done up with school, they can come back with the school, start working with the school, and start rolling out some programs into the communities?
thank you very much, Ronald. The involvement of the graduates or alumni of the university can be seen at two levels. The first one is being an alumni of the school, where students can also participate in various initiatives and fundraising, and also in terms of exchange of knowledge and debate. The other initiative that the school has is moving towards the direction of perhaps looking at teaching assistants, where we can also absorb our graduates, then they become part of the school as teaching assistants. But I spoke about the Game Changers Trust. This vehicle was established deliberately as a vehicle where current students and former students can utilize it for the benefit of themselves, the school, and the communities in which they live in. So students and former students are welcome to utilize those resources that the school has for various projects that they can initiate and start working within the communities in which they are. So there are various ways in which people can participate. But I also want to also state an important point. Going to the diaspora is not as bad or is bad. Yes, there is loss of skills, experience, and personnel. But another way to look at it is in terms of those people might be going to get certain experiences and might come back with what we want to call, instead of brain drain, now we talk about brain gain, right? So we should also embrace that movement of people is good, because people learn new things and which they can also bring with them to improve our practice. So it's also in that way. Then we also have within the school the We for Us program under the Game Changers, where students themselves mobilize resources to pay fees for fellow students. Now, this is also expanded to include former students who were part of the school. Some are in the diaspora, but they do send money for fees for other students, which is commendable. Some even also mobilize books and donate to the library. So you looking at migration or students who are former students, they can participate in the school, and so their role is at different levels, and they can also contribute to the school in that way, in the welfare of other fellow students, and also in terms of the welfare of the school. Moving on, we are also looking at starting a lecture series where we invite former students like yourselves who are working or who are doing certain programs, come here, they present what they are doing for the benefit of the students and the school community. So we believe that these initiatives might also shape and improve not only the curriculum, but the product, the social worker.
The debate regarding social workers being Eurocentric. This is based on the issue that given the modules that are used in social work, we have the values, they are more inclined to the Western kind of approach in social work, in which the social work that should be utilized maybe in a context specific, and should be based on the evidence around what the community. Then coming back to what we said, what we can do with young people. So as young people, I think we need them to research more on the knowledge that we have as people of the community. What do we have regarding indigenous knowledge systems? I think by coming from that point, we can contribute immensely. Because we have our own understanding, our own knowledge, board of knowledge that we can utilize, that is essential in the social work profession, right? For instance, we have what we call traditional work practice the Zundiramamo, all those were forms of community social work that were there ever since time immemorial before we really social work as a profession. So we then need to come again, research on those areas, we document those aspects. But the problem that we have is that we are not writing more about our history and our social work. So we tend to lose it, and even the future generation, they tend to lose also a lot of knowledge regarding indigenous knowledge, indigenous social work practice, in terms of climate, environmental social work, military social work, and how we can then make these models. We have for example, the whole piece in social work, but we then utilize the context that it is not very much frequent as an individual or a client to be able to come from a place to a center of assistance. We then need to have a contextual kind of approach, which then mirrors the context specific in terms of our indigenous knowledge system. So yes, but the other thing is that in as much as we are saying that it might be Eurocentric, those Eurocentric perceptions that are there, they can very much with when we try and get the knowledge, the European knowledge as well as the African knowledge. So I think as young social workers, not only maybe in Zimbabwe, but around Africa or around the world, we have to conduct an internationalization of indigenous knowledge. And as such, we can try to harvest and cultivate a lot in terms of our indigenous knowledge practices in our social work profession as young people.
Thank you, Ian. Sitting in between you and the other panelists, I always want to be I do agree with Ian that social work is a profession that was introduced, right, as a profession. But others would beg to differ with but was they will say, look, social work was there, and we had our own way of doing social work. But in the context of this social work, which is open, it was introduced. And the proposal is to say, let's indigenize social work. Let's also adopt our own African ways of doing things that can also be adopted when we work with people to help themselves. There are concepts that were there in our own indigenous cultures, where people would help people help themselves. And if we harvest, the way they use it is harvest and harvest those for social work intervention, that would help. How then do we indigenize? Issues to do with the curriculum, issues to do with field replacements. In most cases, you find that we all want to do field in the urban areas, close to the cities where we have electricity, good roads, infrastructure. But one way also is to have feedback in the rural areas where you are interacting with indigenous people and learning the indigenous ways of life, and then have those as saying, but documenting those. So it's important also to document. One also way to do this is to look at dissertations. If you look at the nature of the dissertations that students or research reports that come up, if there's a deliberate way also of also looking at indigenous knowledge systems and how these can also be staged or documented. So it's one way young people can also contribute to the indigenization of social. Lastly, the indigenization agenda can also be enhanced by sharing various experiences in the classroom. Students, even those here participating, come from different areas. Yesterday we were interacting and some were saying I'm coming from Lawayo, Chimalimani, Gweru, Mutare, Mutare. So different parts of this country. And these people and students have different ways of life. And by sharing those research, we discuss those, people can share these experiences. Thank you.
Wow, that was a well-detailed response. Yes, we really need to start working on indigenizing social work. And I also agree with what you said that social work it was introduced, but it's always been there. As Mpesco would argue that way there are people the social work. So I believe social work has always been there. And I think we've also started sharing our experiences using our new social work Africa TV is launching it today. Moving on to Denise, there might be someone who is listening to us right now. They're a young person, they're very passionate about social work, but they just don't know what to do. What do you think they should do? What's the role that they should play in this profession? Where do we start? What should
Thank you, Ronald. I think as a young social worker, what you should do first is to recruit more social workers, right? Because when I was in A level, I had no idea what social work was. I only learned about it when I was looking at the programs that were available at MSU afterwards. So I think one of the things would be to do career guidance because social work is a very good profession, but most people don't know about it. They only know about law and psychology. So as a young social worker, career guidance would be one of the things to look at first, and that can be one of the things the school should look into where they carry out career guidance and let people know about social work, let them know about social work ethics, values, and principles, as well as the requirements for social work. And as a young social worker, one of the things we can also do would be to live according to the code. We are learning about social work. When we start doing social work, we learn about the values of social work, the principles of social work. So you need to start living by the code as you are still learning about social work before you become a full professional. So as you're living by the code, you can also educate other people about social work values, social work ethics, right? And then as a young social worker, research is one of the main components of social work. So you can research on contemporary problems that are being faced by young people in the community. So upon researching, you can then volunteer your services. The social workers are networkers, they network people to the resources that they need, right? So let's say maybe you research on contemporary problems such as substance abuse, then you can then find you can refer people to the rehabilitation center. So you are then pushing the profession. So as a young social worker, don't just
And we are fighting that those committees should also have activities which promote our profession. And we also have programs that we are doing as YASW. Recently, we had a program of training sign language to all professional social workers, including the students who were interested. So we are also helping social workers to be competent in their respective agencies. I will also give another example of a program that we did. We also had a program of training social workers counseling skills. We collaborated with Connect, which is an agency which offer counseling services. So we did the training for social workers so that they can sharpen their counseling skills and therapy skills. Because you know, when you are coming from when you are doing a degree in social work, it's a generic degree which includes different things, but we need social workers to have an area of speciality so that they can be more committed when they are providing their services. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. That's very, very interesting. Did you hear that the committees in every province and social work students can also get to attend and also be part of that? I like what the friend spoke about. She said she wanted to be a lawyer because lawyers, this prestige of wanting to, represent that you're a lawyer. You can be part of the committees and you can also have that prestige to say, I'm in the committee of the National Association of Social Workers. This side has been quiet. I'm looking for two people to tell me how they go to know about social work. Thank you so much, man.
Okay, thank you. As for me, I get to know about social work through this organization, Youth Alive Zimbabwe, which is an organization formed by Catholic in 1999. So this organization has been working in Chile for about quite some years now. It has been helping people doing a lot of stuff. Like there's this school Chitakatira, it's in a rural area in Chad. The students are doing different projects in that school, like the fish ponds, the orchards, and it's very interesting. So honestly, as for me, I really wanted to be a lawyer. So the community and all my family were like, you got 15 points, you have to be a lawyer, you have 15 points. No one really supported me to be a social worker. They also wanted to be a lawyer, so they would be like, we really wish you were a lawyer. Teacher or lawyer, my family, made magistrate, I would look at the magistrate. And I was like, no, my passion is to help people, socialize with people, helping problems, figuring out problems with the community. That's all I wanted to do. So Youth Alive Club Zimbabwe. There's this guy I met at Youth Alive Zimbabwe at one time. So at school, when I was A level, like my debates, my public speaking at school. So I noticed, but no, in I can be a social worker. I can do this, I can do that. The lawyer thing is not for me. So I decided to choose what's best for me. The not know the lawyer. It's not my passion. No parents think someone because that's not my thing. That's not my thing. You know what I want is to work with people, helping people to help themselves, like what social workers do. So I think Youth Alive Zimbabwe organization, I appreciate that club. It's the one that motivated me to become a social worker. So I'm grateful to that club. I'm here because of Youth Alive Zimbabwe club.
Interesting. You have someone who is here with us how you go to know social work. One last person. One last person from the side. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I got to know about social work and had an appreciation of social work when I moved to Harare, actually within the same institution, having a different profession, but working with social workers helped me to have that sense that I have to also be a social worker so that I understand the people who I work with on a daily basis. So MSU helped me to have an appreciation of social work. I thank you and I wish I will also have the opportunity to respond on IKS. It's one of the most interesting areas that I need to talk about. And I also have a message for Mr. Jacob if you allow me some time. All right, Mr. Jacob. My question is, as NASWA, within the practice of social work, there are different forms of practice, like the radical social work, which is one area which is very sensitive in terms of clashing with authorities and stuff. Law, you've got the Law Society of Zimbabwe. They make a lot of noise if a lawyer is arrested and is being intimidated by the authorities. You look at journalists, they've got a lot of representation from the state and stuff. What is the role of NASWA in terms of protecting social workers. For example, we are having these young social workers, they go out there, they are radical socialists, not radical social workers, they are at loggerheads with the law and the authorities. What is your role?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the question. This is the third time you and thank you for what you explained about how you go to know social work. By the way, the student is like an older brother to me, but sometimes I call him fun too hard because it's way very good to Mr. Jacob, let's go to the question.
That's a very interesting question, but I'm going to partly answer it, and I will also give Dr. Morito the mic so that he can also report to you because he's a former president of YASW. So I'm not, okay. Anyway, we do not encourage social workers to be at loggerheads with the authorities or the law. We are saying when we are coming when we want to improve or to change, to make a sustainable change, we need to be diplomatic. We need to be we need to have wisdom on how to deal with some of the situations that we are facing nowadays. So it's not about confronting them, but it's also about finding viable solutions to the problems or to the gaps that are in our profession or in the society. So that's what I can say at this point. Allow me to give Dr. Morito the platform to also add on this issue.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. So the question is, what is the role of YASW in protecting social workers? Right? YASW is an association. It is the primary role of YASW to protect the profession and to protect its members. Right? To protect its members who will have acted ethically and in the line of their duty, and they find themselves at loggerheads with the system. That is the primary role of YASW. This can be done through the legal channels, where YASW can engage lawyers to advocate for its members who would have been in trouble in courts owing to their profession and their conduct. So that's the primary role of YASW. Now, I wanted to start by saying social work is a troubling profession and a troubled profession. Troubling in that social work values and ethics sometimes do clash with authorities and the political arena. Because we stand for social justice and people's rights, so sometimes it does clash. And that's where you should find YASW to protect its members. But I believe also the Vice President said that the protection is within the confines of the law. It does not mean that if you then break the law, YASW should be protected. But protection should come where you are now being persecuted, and yet you were acting ethically and legally. YASW should stand for it. In fact, all social workers should stand for their members. But it is also troubled as a profession, because people do not know what social workers do. By its nature, social work is political.
You don't know what social workers do. By its nature, social work is political.
Social justice. So sometimes then people don't understand, including authorities. They might think it is. So sometimes then people don't understand authorities by those. They might think it is. Sometimes this problem becomes that's the role of those. So what you say is the role of NASWA stands for its members. What you said is the obvious question. NASWA stands for profession and to make a voice. Now, the question is, do they have the voice? Or can they exercise their voice? At what cost can the Vice President exercise his voice? And this is where also the membership of NASWA as an association to international bodies becomes important. Where other associations in the region, where other associations in the region also, in the globe, if NASWA is also, all other if NASWA is troubled, all other associations also can come as a member and the aid of NASWA to make it as a member of African Community and to make our voice and its members on behalf of membership of NASWA to its members makes those membership of NASWA to so it's the global social workers it's steady for social workers not only in Zimbabwe but also global. I hope I have tried to so
Thank you so much for the question and thank you for the response. That was a very detailed response. Colleagues, we are currently running out of time and we will talk about this the whole day, but this was just the launch of our social work team.
Thank you so much for the question and thank you for the response.
So
that was
we round it up. We just in a 4 minutes
detailed response.
Our last question.
Colleagues, we are currently running out of time to talk about this.
Thank you very much. I would like to comment
This was just the launch of our social work team in Africa. So I guess we are going to have so many discussions along the way. So as we round it up, can we just in a few minutes give our last word to our audience who are watching us
activities. This is the those who are here for Africa as we launch this TV channel. Maybe by the way, start now. You are social workers make a difference in people's lives. Thank you.
Okay, my last words, like Dr. Mimizo said, would be to start now, apply whatever you are learning right now in your everyday life, but be mindful of being in loggerheads with the authorities. Thank you.
My last visit is okay, but I would just say that as young people in social work, they need to make the profession visible because the profession is from time has no identity, so you need to put an identity on what social work is. Those are my last words. Thank you.
What I would say to the young social workers is you need to be creative, you need to be innovative because the world that we are living in needs people who are brave to initiate things that will help the world be the best to start something. And remember, you need to be good at something as a social worker. We don't want a situation whereby you say you know everything as a social worker. We want you to have a specific area. We have so many fields of social work, occupational social work, clinical social work, school of social work, and many other domains, forensic social work.